Welcome, and let's crochet the ribbed look headband. I'm using a 5mm hook with just a cheap brand of 10 ply Aran worsted yarn. Even though it's a cheap yarn, it's nice and soft. So we're going to start, that's one in the background that I've made. I'll make lots of my hats from the bottom up and do the headband for them. That way I can create a pattern upwards, and I just do freestyle mostly. So to start off, we do a slip knot. Do it any way you like. I've always done it over my fingers like that. Okay, and we're going to chain 8 as the hat edge will be 8 stitches long. Once we've chained our 8, chain one more, a turning chain, and just make a single crochet in the 8 chains up to the end. Once you get to the end, we'll always chain one and turn. Now every row is the same until we're finished. We're not going to go in the single crochet, we're going to go use the back loop. Using the back loop will give us that rib look. The hat edge, and one single crochet in the back loop of the single crochet in each single crochet across, and chain one and turn. Got a nice mess there. Okay, and that's all there is to it. However, there are different types of measurements for different sized hats. For an adult hat, I would work 57 rows, and once I've got the slip stitch row to join the band into a circle, that will give me 58. And even though I want 60 stitches to my adult sized hat, I'll do 58 so we get that nice firmer hat edge. So we add the extra 2 stitches in the first row of making stitches in the round. Okay, so you can see here it's starting to look like it's ribbed. And we'll just continue on. Single crochet in the back loop of the single crochet in each single crochet across the row. and chain one and turn. Okay, now that's starting to take shape a lot better. I've got 2, 4, 6, 6 rows done there. And I think I'm going to stop the video in a minute and let you carry on and make your rows. So if you're making an adult hat, do 57 rows. If you're making a child's size hat, like preteen, I would do, I want 54, I'll probably do 51, no, yeah. So there you go, and I'll meet you up the end so you can see how we join it. So here I have my 57 rows, and it's easier to count by twos. Count that ridge there by twos, and that last one there was 57, and I want to finish it and join it to where I began. Okay, and always chain one, so you'll be able to slip stitch in. So I'm always going to start where my tail is, and we'll just use the back loop as we've been using before, and use a loop from the beginning chain that we made and slip them together to make that join. Don't do this too tight or it can pucker. There's one, back loop, the loop from the first row, it's 2, back loop, loop from the first row, it's 3, and 4, halfway there, 5, 6, 7, 8, oh, I lost it. So these are slip stitches, and here we are up to number 8. Make sure you get the back one there. Okay, there we go, slip stitch that together and chain one, and then we're going to flip this inside out. So there's your band made. How's that? And we're going to work half double crochet round. You can do this in a couple of different ways. I like to do it in the spaces that has like 2 loops above the top of it. See, I'm doing it a different way here. I'm just showing you different ways that you can do it. So there's a nice hole in there, and it's got 2 loops over the top of it, so it's not going to give me a big gaping hole. And then I use a front post. So that's one way you can do it. That first hole is very obvious, and then I'm front post of the end of the row. This is the way I prefer to do it. It's much easier. It goes a lot faster, a lot quicker, a lot smoother, and it looks pretty good. There's not much of a difference if you look between the two, but I like the second half that I just did then, for the neatness. So this is the first round after you've made your hat, and then from here on, after this first round here, to establish your hat, counting here. It's going to tell me that I've got 58 row edges, but I want to have 60 stitches in the end, so I'm going to increase 2 stitches in this round, anywhere in there, so just increase 2 then. I'm doing it the other way. Why am I doing that? It doesn't matter. I'm just showing you that it's very versatile in the way you can do the first round of the hat edge. So I had 58 rows, that was 57 made, and the slip stitch row was counted as a row, so that was 58, and the pattern count, the pattern stitch count I want to get to is 60, so I'm just increasing 2 stitches anywhere in this round. I've already increased one, and I will increase another one to get along a bit further. And then I'll have my 60 stitches for the pattern I want to make within this hat. And if you needed a few more, you can make a few more, but the band needs to be a certain amount of rows so it will fit. Once you can just put it around your head and then just see if it fits firmly when you're making the strip. Get your little test subject. If it's a little kid, depending on the size of the yarn and hook, as they're all variables there, so I can't give you a magic number, but I can for this with the 10 ply 5mm hook. For a small to medium size hat, the magic number here is 57 rows plus a slip stitch row, which is 58, and then I add 2 more stitches, which is 60. If I was doing a pattern that had a few more stitches, I'd probably increase this round with a few more stitches, but I wouldn't do the hat edge any bigger because it's going to be too big for the size of your head and just swim on your head. So that's the magic number for size small adult to medium adult. And if you used a larger hook, you could probably get away with doing a large hat with this many stitches as well. And just about to the end here, and before I join, I'm going to count the stitches to see if I've got enough, just to double check. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 44, 46, 48, 50, 54, 56, 58, 60. Yep, so there you go. I've done that. So as you can see, it's just single crochets done in the back loop to get that rib look for your hat edge. And then once you've established this row, you can go on and make anything you like. Use any stitches you like to make any type of hat you like. I make tons of hats starting like this. I get a lot of freedom for patterns by using this method. I think I'm going to bring out a couple of hats now and show you. Yep, that was from the bottom up ribbed hat edge. So was that one. And a few more samples. This is mosaic crochet. No, that one, sorry, interlocking. This is mosaic crochet. That's the next pattern I'm going to create. And I've just written the pattern for that one. I called it Little Swirls. And I've got a few more hats I'll show you just to bore you. Yep, that was done the same way. So was that one. Oh, with this ribbed look hat edge. They really are quite pretty. Very, very versatile and quite adjustable. So I hope you've enjoyed this little tour. And I've got a new pattern that I'm writing up on my blog. That one there, that's going to be the pattern that I've just released it. My blog was playing up and the HTML code was playing up, and I don't know what's going on, but I ended up releasing it, and that hat pattern's on my blog, Cats-Rockin-Crochet. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed this little tutorial. Bye for now.